Week 4 of the NFL season begins tonight with the Packers and Eagles, and this is a brand new Kickoff with Kelly. Good afternoon and welcome into Kickoff with Kelly. I'm your host, Kelly Warner, and as always, I'm here to get you ready for another week of NFL action. But first, let's take a quick look back at Week 3 to see if I got anything right. This is not a sexy matchup. Kelly's crystal ball says home dogs Jacksonville +2, but I'll take them straight up. Jags win by a field goal.
Play action. Minshew wide open for the touchdown.
The 2-0 Ravens will travel to Arrowhead to take on the undefeated Kansas City Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs in this matchup.
Are 3-0 for the third straight season.
Saints travel to Seattle to square off against the 2-0 Seahawks. But that being said, I still don't see the Saints beating Russell Wilson and the Seahawks at home.
Breaks a tackle and he steps in for the touchdown.
And the last can't miss this week, I have the Steelers facing off against the 49ers at San Fran. I have Jimmy G and the Niners getting the W at home this weekend to stay undefeated.
Dig out of this hole at 0-3, but if there's anybody that can do it, it's Mike Tomlin.
My cash out, New England Patriots against the Jets at home at Foxborough.
The block by Junie. That's picked off. They're going to come the other way. And this is Jamal Adams with a block and a pick six.
Not too shabby. A near miss on the Ravens. Chiefs only off the point total there by 2. Also nailed the 49ers, topping the Steelers by 4. My Week 4 picks coming up soon, but first it's time for another edition of Love It or Leave It. New York football fans are loving Danny Dimes after his 336 yards and 2 touchdown day, leading the G-men back from an 18-point deficit to top Tampa Bay. Giants were not only losing 28-10 at the half on Sunday, but they were also missing their best offensive player in Saquon Barkley, who's now out for several weeks with a high ankle sprain. But apparently new quarterback Daniel Jones doesn't know the meaning of the word surrender. The Giants outscored the Bucs 22-3 in the second half, thanks in large part to the heroics of Jones and the ensuing kicker curse in Tampa Bay. DJ delivered New York the kind of debut comeback that could hint at the makings of a legend. The officials are leaving the flags in their pockets on this egregious play where a defender nearly beheaded Miles Sanders. Fans all over the league have called for officials' heads with some of their questionable rulings, but this is just another nail in the coffin. Sanders' entire helmet was essentially ripped off his head, and he's lucky he didn't suffer a serious injury on the play. This was almost identical to another missed call suffered by the Eagles in a game against the Texans last December, when Nick Foles gave the refs an earful after he almost got his head ripped off by Jadeveon Clowney. And just like that play, if Sanders had suffered an injury, then the league would have had to take it seriously. But since he didn't, they're just going to let it go. Now that we've covered the best and worst of Week 3, let's move on to Week 4, where tonight the Eagles take on another NFC North opponent, the Packers, at what will be a deafening Lambeau Field. The Eagles surprised everyone with their impressive second-half comeback and their win over the Redskins. However, the Birds have failed to rally in their last 2 matchups, and I think the trend continues on Thursday. Led by a staunch defense, the Packers are undefeated, hot, and playing at home. Therefore, I see them not only winning this game, but also having little to no issue covering a 4.5-point spread. Now let's fast forward to Sunday with this week's can't-miss matchups. The Bills haven't started 3-0 since 2011. This is the first time ever they've gone 2-0 on the road to start the season. But now they're back in their house to take on the defending champs, and I think they've actually got a good shot at the W. Everyone knows the Patriots haven't had much competition in this division for a while now, but I'm feeling good about this Bills team, especially their top-rated defense. You've got to take the upset every once in a while, and I'm doing it here. Give me the Bills and some broken tables in Buffalo. The Lions have gone on a bit of a run here and have proven why the NFC North just may be the most competitive division in this league. This is shaping up to be quite the matchup in Detroit, but I still say don't get too high on the Lions. The Chiefs take this one to stay perfect. Dak and the boys may be undefeated to start their season, but who have they really played so far? 3 teams with a combined record of 1-8. But Dallas' 7-game preseason is almost over, and with the Saints coming off a win, are poised to bring some competition. This just may be the best matchup of the week, and it will be a close one, but I have the Cowboys covering a 3-point spread. We've kicked off, and now it's time to cash out. I'm joined now by Kira Sarsfield. Kira, thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
So I ran through some matchups already, but I'm curious from your end, what are you betting on this week?
So this week, I'm looking at the Colts versus the Raiders. Last week, the Colts overcame the Falcons and are now 2-1. The Raiders are still looking for their second victory of the season.
Spread for that game is set at 6.5, favoring the Colts. Who do you have winning?
I am taking the Colts to cover.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Well, personally, I think the Colts will definitely win this game, but I'm going to take the points on that one. I don't think they'll cover that spread, but I'm interested to see how that goes. Thanks for joining me. All right. That will do it for this week's Kickoff with Kelly. Remember, brand new episodes every Thursday at 3 o'clock, streaming on Facebook Live. And if you missed us, be sure to check it out on Penn State Sports Night's YouTube channel. I'm Kelly Warner. Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you for watching our latest edition of Penn State Sports Night. If you're a fan of our content, please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more clips. Also follow us on Twitter at PSSNTV and on Instagram at PSU Sports Night to keep up with the action. For all my colleagues, we are Penn State Sports Night.